Hey, I'm Jon Evarts from California Leasing, and welcome back to This Week in Santa Clarita Real Estate. I am here with a legend, Elgin Walker. How the heck are you?
I'm fine, man. Generally, when people call me a legend, that just means I'm old.
Me
but
too.
I'll take it.
Just a couple of legends sitting around.
Absolutely, man. It's better to be the opposite, right?
I gotta tell you guys that Elgin is one of the most experienced, classy real estate agents that I've had the honor of working with. Known him for a long time. And so when we broach this topic, I don't want you to think this is just like somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about. Probably know almost every broker owner in town, I'm guessing. A very respected name. And so when I ask you this, it's gonna carry a lot of weight. But I want to hear from you about the brokerage you're with, why it's the brokerage you chose, and then why other agents should consider it.
You know what? It's funny too, John, from way back when I was with my previous brokerage. I've been with eXp now. Actually, believe it or not, it's been 6 years since
Wow.
I've been at eXp. Was in July.
That was an exciting 6 years.
Yeah, really. I was not. It was funny. I was not unhappy at where I was at, but I was at a point to where I wasn't feeling growth.
Okay.
And I had been in business so long that it was beginning to become stale.
Yeah, that was not a good feeling.
I mean, of course, we were blessed that obviously the revenue was still coming in and still, doing a good level of business, but I wasn't happy. And then as trying to look down the road is, all right, so what's the exit plan? At the end of the day, I was not able to say I could have not stopped then and continue my lifestyle.
Okay.
I could have stopped.
I got you. You're talking about residuals.
Yes. I could have. No, not just residual. It had been as where we were at that point. For us to keep the lifestyle that we had, I was going to continuously have to sell. I was going to continuously have to list. I was going to there was not anything, because in real estate, the only investment that you have is the investments you've made in real estate.
Right.
You don't have any other investments. So
right. You don't have like a built-in pension or something like that. It's all on you.
So when we looked at the eXp model, my wife and I, the first thing that caught our eye, honestly, was the opportunity for the stock investments.
Yep.
Because we were looking at the stock investments like, okay, we've been hustling and busting with these other companies, for years.
Yeah.
But we don't really have anything on that side other than the stuff we created.
Yeah.
To show for it.
And that's normal, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
there weren't really a lot of companies out there offering stock options
in real
estate sales.
No, there's not. There actually there wasn't any that was at a high level. There's another company, obviously, that I previously was with that had an option of some sort, but it was on the profit sharing side.
Right.
So the numbers are a little bit easier to manipulate.
Right.
On the eXp side, it's on the revenue share side.
Right.
So, the one thing that took me a while, honestly, to get through my thick head was that there is a difference between quote unquote revenue and profit.
Totally.
Once, I was able to turn that corner, that helped on that side. But we originally came, our whole plan, man, was, you know what? We're going to sell and work and still service our clients the same way we've been doing for all these years. But now we're going to have a stock component from each sale.
Yep.
That'll go into a publicly traded company. The company
Yep.
just turned public, and then the other incentives we would be vested, and from those vestings we would then begin to receive those benefits as well. So we started to see a way out.
Yep.
Or a way
like a light at the end of the tunnel.
Exactly, and that was the original reasons why we went over. Although the revenue share, man, the revenue share has been a blessing.
Okay.
Because previously, with the other model that I was in, I was soured on that component.
I totally understand.
So we
Because you're talking about after expenses that you don't have a say in, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Well, like for instance, I'm still vested where I was at. I'm still vested, and there's a few of us that were in that system, and we actually laugh and joke. Because for myself, if I get $20 a month from 15 years that was put into that company, it was a good month.
Wow.
I can't retire on $20 a month, John.
You can barely get a McDonald's burger for $20 a month.
So my attitude toward the revenue share component was, okay, we'll see.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah, whatever. Well, I've been there, done that. I'm not coming there because of that.
Right.
I think because we didn't go there for that is probably why it worked so well.
Well, tell me why you went if it wasn't for the revenue sharing model. Oh, you said it was the stock options.
The stock options, the ability to have stock, and it be built in. So for us, 5% of every commission check that we receive, we reinvest into the company.
Okay.
And we get it at the time it was a 20% discount.
Okay.
Now it's a 10% discount of whatever the stock is trading for.
Well,
so
I'm guessing the stock's gone up in the last 6 years.
The stock actually went up. It split.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so and now it's been like everything else in the sector. It's been down for that, but it's still up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
totally.
So we do that. So in every check we do that. Then because we have been building with other agents, that come in, we actually get vested for things like that. We just have to hold on to it for 3 years. The other thing is that one of the components is that we have a cap. Well, the great thing about us having a cap is if you continuously sell, you get to an icon status.
Okay.
So for us, what an icon status means is this: is we're able to get our cap is $16,000 a year.
When you say cap, you're talking about what you got to pay.
Yes.
In your split.
Yes.
Okay.
So to the company, once I paid $16,000 back to the company, then there's another part to whereas if we continuously sell and we get our numbers, which we do, the company actually gives us $16,000 worth of stock back.
Wow.
And
so now you're at basically a net 0%.
Basically, they're paying me to work there.
Wow.
Now with that stock, the stock is vested, so you have to stay 3 years to receive that.
I mean, that's actually better than standard, I'd say.
And
a non-real estate company, you probably have to be longer than 3 years to be fully vested, I would guess.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you the funny part and the great part, though, is that now, because we are 6 years in, see, we're starting to get those shares unlocked.
Yep.
So all of a sudden, I'll wake up one day and there'll be another $16,000 worth. That's
a good day.
It's like,
what do you do on those days? You go to steak dinner or something that night with your beautiful wife?
Really, man. It's so with that, then the other thing, quite honestly, is that everything is in the cloud. So that doesn't sound like a big deal now, but you go back to when the pandemic first hit. And everybody was panicked. Yep. And they weren't able to do it was business for usual as us.
Yep.
Business as usual.
Well, you guys were ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
You didn't have to play catch up because that was already built. The system for the pandemic was built for you guys before anybody knew there was going to be a pandemic.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you had like a head start.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? It's also incredibly inexpensive to operate your business out of eXp. I mean,
totally.
I pay $85 a month. I pay $85 a month. That includes my CRM, includes a whole bunch of stuff, man. And so people say, "Oh, you don't have an office." Well, two things. One is my expenses are so low. If I want an office, I go get one.
Totally.
And the other thing is that we actually have access to all the Regis buildings. So I can go to any. As part of that $85, I can go to any Regis building in the company and work out of there and use their internet, the conference rooms. I can get everything. So I go like the one here in Valencia a lot. And then sometimes if I have appointments in the Valley, I'll go to one of the Valley Regencies.
Absolutely.
So that works. So these things, really, really work for me.
You don't have to find some coffee shop to go hang out in.
I don't have to do that, and I'm still paying $85.
That's awesome.
So I can't. I looked. I couldn't find an office building for $85.
But you and I both know, being in sales, no, you cannot get an office building for $85 a month.
I tried.
If you find one, let me know.
I sure can.
But you and I both know, being in sales, you're not making sales from the office anyways.
Absolutely.
You got to be out there working. I kind of like that model because it pushes you out of the office because there's no office to be in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know. Well, I wanted to ask you this too, because this is one of the things I think I like most about this model. And there are a lot of great agents at eXp. The way it's structured is it incentivizes the really great legends of real estate, right? To help develop the people that are still learning the system.
Absolutely.
I mean, can you talk to that a little bit? I mean, how much value is there in being trained by someone who's really, because in the old system, those agents that are the top producers, they're not wanting to spend their time with the noobs that are coming in trying to get their business.
No, that's very true, John. And obviously, being around, believe it or not, it's been 36 years now.
Wow.
I've watched the development and non-development.
You've seen a lot of changes.
Yeah, a lot of that. And I believe one of the best things about our model is because of the way the revenue share is structured, and because we have the stock component, that agents, particularly those like me, legends or old, whichever one you want to put me in, I'll take them both, right?
I'm always going to say legends.
Okay, but there's more incentive for us to help everybody, because at this point, listen, as when I started at eXp, there were 8,000 agents across the country total. There are now 90,000 agents.
Wow. And worldwide now, right?
Yeah, worldwide and globally. Now,
that is a lot of agents.
What I tell people is, listen, when I was at my previous company, there were only 16,000 agents when I started there. Now, it took, when I left 15 years later, there were 190,000 agents.
Whoa.
Now, I've seen this movie before. The only difference is I'm going to get paid for this one. And when I say
yes.
that,
okay,
so what I'm saying that is the way this model is set up. This model is set up, in my opinion, to achieve the goals of what the previous model was. It's just done in a way that actually is more conducive for the agent. That's
almost
why there's
like
so many
building
copycats.
on the shoulders of the company.
Absolutely, as you're supposed to. Things are supposed to get better as it moves on. And because of that, though, you figure the more revenue we generate, the more that the company goes. I don't care whether you are a person that is quote unquote, and we call it agent attraction, but recruiting.
Yeah.
If you're recruiting agents, whatever, believe it or not, there's only 15% of the company that's doing that. There's only 15% of the agents that are doing that. So everyone else is making their business better by just doing more and better real estate business with buyers and sellers.
So, if somebody is eXp curious, what should they do? Just give you a call? I mean, do they talk to you, or how does this work?
Absolutely. You can give me a call, reach me on one of the social media platforms. I'm like Elgin Walker everywhere. All of them in Elgin Walker. Instagram, YouTube. My YouTube channel has a lot of information on it. They could go to, and then from there, we could get them in with an application to join the company. They check it out. Got a couple of really great small videos that would really give a lot of information that I would give out for free, obviously, if someone wants to actually see and do some research themselves.
Yeah, before they call you. Kind of a soft sell if they don't want to.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm too old to be pushing folks. If you want to come, and we're making money, we're making fun. We're having people are smiling again, and enjoying building for our futures.
Well, I got to tell you, I really respect you as a real estate agent, And because of that, it brings credibility for me. It brings credibility to eXp seeing you at that company. I know you don't take this stuff lightly. You know what I mean? I know that you have always treated your business like a business and worked it because it is, yours is. And so that brings a lot of credibility. So love the company, love you guys and what you do, and appreciate you coming and kind of sharing this information with us today.
No, man, thank you. It's an honor, and I'm humbled that you guys actually had me in to talk about it. So
I will geek out on real estate with you any day of the week.
That sounds good.
Cool.
Man, I appreciate you.
For sure. Always good to see you. And thank you for joining us today on This Week in Santa Clarita Real Estate.